Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I'm back with a 2-page layout using the Candid Moments scrapbooking workshop from Close to My Heart. So I haven't done a video using a scrapbooking workshop before because it's not really my own design, but my photos worked so well with this layout, and I kind of wanted just to highlight the scrapbooking workshop. So what it is kind of a kit to put. This particular one has 3 2-page layouts in it, and you get exclusive papers, exclusive die cuts, instructions, and everything to put these layouts together. And I just thought it was perfect. I've actually only done, I believe, one other one so far, and it was actually out of this collection. I'm not sure if this one is still available because this is an older kit, but I just thought it was a really good idea. One, maybe for beginners. Two, if you're kind of in a slump, you don't really have to think about it, which I kind of like. The instructions are all there for you. You can see, I'm looking at them. They give the cutting instructions, kind of, and then you just kind of embellish based off of looking at the layout. It'll even tell you what you should, put up on foam tape and whatnot. So just a really good way to still kind of be creative, but then not have to think too much. This might be a good one, if like the kids are home one day and you want to still be in your craft room, but have so many distractions. At least everything's written down for you. I don't know. So you can see that I am just taping everything down. The yellow paper at the top, and then that light pink paper, that was off the die cut sheet, so those were already cut for me. This I am adding extra because my photo, I think the photo's supposed to be 5x7, and I don't have a 5x7 photo. So what I did is I actually double backed it before putting it on that papaya paper there. Also, I had 4 photos, and although the layout calls for 4, it wasn't, I guess not composition. Oh, I can't think. Anyways, I couldn't cut mine into exactly what the layout called for. So I am kind of going off of the instructions, which is great too. Like, you don't have to follow the instructions completely. You can kind of go off on your own, and that's what I did here. This white piece of paper is supposed to be journaling, but I had this little photo that I wanted to include and thought that would be a perfect way to put it there. So what I'm doing with the T-square is in the directions, it actually will tell you like how far in the paper should be, how far down the paper should be, so you can kind of line it up. So when I say they're very detailed, I mean down to where, the 1/4 inch, I think one was like 3/8 of an inch, where it should line up on the paper. So one thing is, I have the die cuts and I have the sticker sheet. The die cuts are labeled per project because there are 3 different projects, and so I have those, but then the sticker sheet also. And with this layout, some of the kind of embellishments are a lot alike, and so it did take me a little bit to figure out which embellishments I was supposed to be using on which kind of cluster. So really, I do kind of feel bad because this isn't my own idea, but I think this is a great option, again, for beginners or in a slump. So now what I'm going to do is I have to fill in that whole bottom area, and so I'm using, again, the stickers and the die cuts that came with it. The sticker sheet is identical to the paper pad and sticker sheet, but again, the die cuts are completely exclusive to the scrapbooking workshop. And before I forget, they also have a card making workshop as well. So same sort of thing. You get kind of exclusives and things for the layout, or the card, sorry. And I think that's a great option too. I love that Close to My Heart is not just scrapbooking, but it's card making as well. So again, this is just kind of a big layering piece underneath the photo. And the photos that I chose for the layout, which I thought the colors would be perfect because it's just fun, bright. My sister and my kids are using silly string. So I just thought all the bright, fun colors were perfect for the layout. So I skipped ahead to the second page just because, again, all the embellishing is not kind of my idea, just following instructions, and it was kind of getting a little boring if I'm going to be completely honest. So like I said, it will tell you in the pack here, right there are the cutting instructions for all of the papers as well. They're labeled like 1A, 2B, 3A, that kind of stuff for each of the projects. And so there's really no guessing on the size of the papers, which is great. So this is kind of where I had to veer off a little bit. So I had this vertical photo, sorry. Whereas they had two smaller photos, and it didn't work for me. And so I veered off just a little bit. I luckily have a bunch of this collection. So if I, had to cut a paper a different size, I should have something to replace it for the third and final project in the scrapbooking workshop. So in the paper there, you can see that they have two smaller photos. I did still try to line it up a little bit with their instructions. My one photo is actually still a little bit larger than their two photos. So it is a little bit different. This camera here is so cute. It looks like I had to piece everything together where I really didn't. It's just a whole cutout. And so that's going to go at the top. I do end up at the end realizing that there's two kind of random circles left over on my die cut sheet. And they go kind of in that camera lens there. So initially I thought that the title was white and that they just kind of dyed it on their own. So I was excited because I have the Carolina blue dye, which is that light blue there. And I was going to make it more boyish because this is my son's album, because I do have that ink. However, it's already pink, and so I decided to stick with the color, the papaya, to kind of ombre it. They suggested putting a sticky note kind of covering it and then inking the bottom. However, I didn't really care if mine was a distinct line all the way across, and so I just kind of winged it, and I think it looks fine just the way it is. So I am going to place this up there. They did not, I don't think they put dimension or like the measurement for where the title should be on the page. I don't think they included that, so this was just kind of a guess. And then what they did, I thought was really cool, that they kind of blended the ink on the paper just to kind of give a background for the rest of the title. So this is going to be the wood grain cut apart sheet. This you could, again, I don't know if this collection is still available, but when it was, you could buy this die cut sheet separate from the kit. This wasn't an exclusive for the scrapbooking workshop. So I'm just going to finish off the title and kind of line these up all the way across. So the title is This Is Our Story, which is okay for my photos. I probably wouldn't have chosen this for the photos title just because it's kind of just a fun event. I think the photos in the original layout were kind of family photos, but it is what it is. It'll work. I like the way that it looks anyway. So down here to the bottom right, again, just kind of piecing together the embellishments and trimming down the last photo, and the rest of it's just going to be following the instructions and embellishing around the camera. I think is the last thing that needs to be done with the layout. So again, I just thought this was so much fun. I'm glad I've looked at these a lot, but haven't really come across photos that work with the layouts themselves without changing them completely. And so I did think these I could make it work, and I feel like I really did make it work. I think it's cute. I like the blue. The blue matches the color of my son's shirt, and it just is a fun, colorful photo for a fun, colorful event using silly string. So here's those circles that I was like, where do these go? And realized it was kind of part of the camera lens there at the top. And that camera is popped up on some foam tape, so lots of layering in this final cluster at the top. Again, I did kind of struggle. There's only so much left on the die cut sheet, but to find kind of the correct stickers on the sticker sheet and make sure it kind of worked out. Again, I have so much of this collection that if I use something that was meant for another layout in this scrapbooking workshop, it wasn't the biggest deal for me because I have multiple other sticker sheets and that wood grain die cut sheet. So that is going to finish off this layout. I feel like I talked a ton in this layout, but I just wanted to kind of highlight the scrapbooking workshops that Close to My Heart offers. So again, I'm not sure if this one is available, but with the new kits that are available in March and April, those ones are cute as well, and I hope you guys will check them out. We will see you next time. Bye guys.